Yemen downed a US MQ-9 Reaper drone over Marib based. Mike Huckabee said insulting the Tel Aviv entity is akin to insulting his wife. He showed where his priorities lie with that statement. Bill Clinton admitted that the Pentagon was bombed on 9/11. The BBC, Tomlinson Talks, and the State of Politics reported that vape shops and Turkish barbers are involved in the trafficking of illegals into certain countries on the boats. This could apply to a number of foreign-owned enterprises. Chud the builder's bail is $1.25 million. Karmelo Anthony's bail was $250,000, and DeCarlos Brownm was declared unfit to stand trial. The judicial disparity should be in the inverse, given the violent crime rates, the likelihood of skipping bail, and the likelihood of reoffending. Why should anti-whites not be broken on the wheel? Is there a good argument for that? In other news, the name Rothschild is mentioned 12,000 times in the Epstein files. I'm sure that's just a coincidence that we're not supposed to notice. Tel Aviv is struggling to prevent its troops from posting their war crimes on social media. They're not trying to stop the war crimes, they're trying to prevent the news of it getting out to a wider audience, and that speaks volumes. Jimmy Dore reported that Iran used its leverage in the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz to win the war. God bless my Aryan brothers and sisters in Iran. Rebecca Shepherd, a former special education worker, is standing for Restore in Makerfield. I believe she will win, and let's hope she does. A decolonisation conference, and decolonisation means anti-white, was held in Istanbul, of all places. Let's appreciate the irony of that. Turkey was a European imperial power that colonised other European countries, Asia and Africa. Also, in World War I, which was declared a white man's war, while Ottoman Turkey was a central power, allied with Germany, allied with its erstwhile enemy, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, in a screw you to the Russian Empire, as if screwing over Palestine in the future with the first delay as a screw you to Russia wasn't enough. It speaks volumes that Turkey, which inherited the Ottoman legacy, has the audacity to do this. Also at that conference, a representative of the South African government, and let's remember that the modern Republic of South Africa is a continuation of the Union of South Africa, which is when the British extended the Cape Colony to absorb other colonies to create a colonial construct. It has nothing to do with the original South African Republic, as it was limited to the Transvaal, or what could be called the Greater Gauteng area. Anyway, the South African representative said that South Africa needs to be liberated from modern infrastructure. Now, China has benefited and expanded upon infrastructure built by the British and Japanese, which were colonial powers in China. So, the hypocrisy of that conference is off the Richter scale. Christ is king.